what's the impact of technology debt on digital transformation? And what are your thoughts on how to identify the areas of technology debt inside of a company's infrastructure?
Good question. And before we jump into the immediate answer, I just wanted to circle back to something that you said about it being a journey.
Sure.
To reinforce that a transformation is a journey. It's not a destination. And the fact that you keyed off on that is really important. Because if you don't view it as a journey, you get into the situation of technology debt. So technology debt really accumulates very quickly. So the first thing that I would always recommend is coming in is taking an inventory of everything. So systems, the networking, processes, procedures. Not everything is a technology change. Sometimes it's just a process change. Everyone always hears those 7 most expensive words in business, right? That's the way we've always done it here. Right? So sometimes just making that, and addressing that, in your inventory collection is an easy win.
Yeah.
But collecting all that information and identifying things, especially in today's environment where security and cybersecurity has to be top of mind, technology debt can be very, very expensive. So it can be a pay me now or pay me later kind of endeavor. So you might as well invest and reinforce things and get rid of things that aren't necessary anymore, because they just expand your footprint. But also approach this as almost like a checklist of things that need to be done, and to address those things to keep the enterprise secure and performant and to improve the customer experience. Because as you're addressing technology debt, hopefully throughout the endeavor, you're addressing some of the issues that the users have had or experienced, or even internal or external stakeholders. So getting that inventory and using that to help determine what the roadmap needs to look like, both in the short term and the long term. And that also helps, again, with the budgeting and staffing and things of that nature. So it's really starting, I would suggest, with an inventory and branching out from there.
Jeremiah, in your experience, some of the places you've been, what are some examples of maybe a more interesting story that you bumped into and have had to overcome things that we don't classically think of places to look? And Bob brings up, processes as well, and procedures, and just documentation. So what's been a surprise or two that you've worked through on kind of the technology debt front?
Well, I think kind of in the traditional sense, like Bob said, where we're looking at operating systems, devices, everything like that. When I first got to the organization that I'm at, I was, taking an inventory of the server operating systems, and I found this one server that actually still had a Windows Server 2003 on it. I thought I was gonna fall out of my chair. So of course that became the first thing to try to get updated and get in line with everything. But also, I thought a really important thing that Bob said was that when you hear that answer of, well, that's how we've always done things here, not only do you need to take an inventory of the hardware, software, operating systems, and all the things that make up the network, but who makes up your team? Are they trying to stay up to date and relevant on new technologies? When's the last time they went to a conference? When's the last time they attended a webinar? Technology changes so quickly. They always say that the laptop you buy today is out of date and obsolete in 6 months, right? With the way things are increasing. And so you have to have people that understand technology in that way too, and that are looking to continue the journey of their knowledge, continue the journey of your organization. Because like Bob said, there's no destination. Technology moves too fast. So you just have to plan for the next thing. I had mentioned to Kishore when we were talking about AI, right? AI is the next big thing everybody talks about. So are you looking at solutions that have AI put into them, or are you going to let that creep up on you, when it's too late and your systems don't have anything to do with it and you're playing catch up? So I think it's just important to look at technology debt from all the different aspects and really keep your eyes forward on just innovation.
Kishore, anything else that you've kind of seen across, or some best practices, thoughts on dealing with and identifying technology debt across the organization?
Yeah, I think Bob and Jeremiah already mentioned a couple of points. I will not repeat those, but as a service provider, as we provide digital solutions to various clients, what I observed or my team observed is, one is constant awareness, as Jeremiah said, attend events, attend trainings, attend conferences. So get the awareness of what is happening in the market now, to get the latest trends of the tools and technologies. So there's a lot of technology debt for companies, as Jeremiah said, using old versions of the software, old servers, right? So bringing those new the market trending tools, technologies like automation, AI, data engineering practices, data analytics practices. So there's a wide variety of tool sets that are available in the market, mainly as a SaaS-based tools. You don't need to really, buy those tools and install them and maintain them, but you can just kind of pay as you go basis. That's what most of our clients are going towards, to consolidate the technical debt so that you can get rid of, what is really very old and legacy, but get rid of the modern, world of digital transformation. So